Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the cafe. I have once again forgotten to change my thing to what it's supposed to be. Give it a sec. Bam! There we go. Welcome, welcome. I hope everybody has had a good day or is having a good day. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff, no matter where you're at. I hope you're having a good time. If not, hopefully, now that you're here with us at the cafe, you can chill out, relax. Tonight, we're going to be starting Coffee Talk, Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Now, apart from being a sequel to the very first Coffee Talk, I don't really know what much is different about this one. I don't know if it's, like, set more in the future than the first one. I'm assuming that the hibiscus and butterfly refers to new drink ingredients that we will be able to make use of. You're having an awesome time, Nova? I'm very glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna dive right in. Because I assume it's just generally, it's the same cafe and everything, because we've got the Seattle skyline in the background and everything. Nice touch of the silhouette of a butterfly and what I assume is a hibiscus flower. So I think what we're gonna do... Well, obviously we'll make a new profile. I love it when they know me. Yes, yes it is. So what we're gonna do is not go to the extras screen because it's just gonna be the same as the first one with the gallery and the achievements. I don't know if this game is gonna be the same as the first one in that having the music on will get certain parts of the VOD muted or something. I probably should be like recording this in the background just as a fail-safe backup kind of deal. But we will see. We'll see how it goes. Just finished the story of Coffee Talk 1 last night. What did you think about it, Nova, since you got to do it yourself as opposed to watching me do it and yap endlessly? I thought it was quite delightful. All the more reason why I couldn't wait to get into this one. As not only did we finish the main... Like, we finished the main story of the first thing. And then we went back and played a certain few days to figure out certain secrets that we did not know about before. Hang on one sec. Freaking bug in my room. Gone, thought. What? There we go. Yeah, you were. And I love that for you. I wonder what kind of cool theories we can come up with for this one. So like I said, I have no idea what this one's about, like when it takes place or anything. So I guess all that's left to do is dive right in and get the achievement for starting a new game. Again. Seattle, 2023. Okay, so it's at least probably 3 years ahead of where the first one was, because the first one took place in 2020. A city of enduring loneliness. A place where the dreamers, the realists, and the weary are striving to thrive and not just to survive. It is a time when society is reevaluating what it means to be alive. We got the opening credits again. It is a moment when history is questioned and traditions are challenged. For a second I forgot it wasn't auto going. Yeah, so I feel like there might be a bit more to this one as opposed to the first one. Because the first one, on Steam only has like 24 achievements, whereas this one has 53. I don't know, Nova. It just might. I guess we'll have to find out. I mean, if we're still in Seattle and it's only 3 years in the future, I imagine, or at least I'm hoping, some of the same characters will be around, and we will get to see how they're doing now. Like, have Bailey's and Lua gotten married yet? Are Myrtle and Aqua still in the closet about each other? Is Georgie still just a cop guy? You know, things like that. It's been 3 years, so I assume we'll probably meet some new people, too. Like, there's a new, different character on the cover of the... on the cover of it on Steam. Like, in the banner image. Yeah, exactly, Nova. How Freya's book stuff is going. Rachel's career. Probably how her relationship with her dad is now that she's older and actually has him on as her manager and stuff. Well, who knows? In the last 3 years, maybe something catastrophic could have happened to our token Straits and they could have broken up again. That's true. They could be a bi for bi couple, and they just both end up with each other. Like, just because they're straight presenting does not necessarily... Nah, that's about accurate. I'm pretty sure you meant to say pan, but speaking as someone who's pan, pain also works too. Yeah, they very well could be like a not straight and not straight, but they ended up together anyway. That's how me and my partner are. Neither of us are straight, but we're in a straight conforming passing relationship. Still gay as fuck though. Yeah, sometimes the cookie crumbles into a completely different cookie shape. It's still tasty. Who knows? I mean, when you're presumably as ancient of a being as the elves seem to be in this game, I feel like it'd be kind of weird if there wasn't some kind of gender fuckery within the fantasy races. Like, I feel like the world of Coffee Talk just tends to be more open to that kind of thing. I mean, hell, part of Hyde's appeal as a model is the fact that he's, like, fairly androgynous looking. Even though he's, like, ancient as shit. He's really not that old, but relatively speaking. Old classification laws are confronted by those who are striving for fairness, for the right to be acknowledged in a society rife with judgments. Acceptance is a battle, and identity is a luxury they just began to grasp. Yeah, she's English, motherfucker. Do I speak it? Sometimes. Yeah, she's probably like an octopus kind of Atlantean mermaid person. Oops, all tentacles. So she's more kind of like Ursula from the animated Little Mermaid movie. You know what? I love that for her. Many who are feeling lost turn to their screens to find their footing. Yeah, but Wayne, yeah, fair. Imagine if Aqua wasn't nice. That seems like it'd just be awkward as heck. Maybe not awkward, but she gets mad and she just lashes out with her tentacles or something. Just grab somebody, shake them by the shoulders like... And the world becomes fast-paced with increased connectivity. Oh, mood. Whether for work or pleasure, for a little encouragement, or simply to escape. It is unclear whether or not it helps or further isolates them. Alternative universe, Aqua finally gets done dealing with everyone's shit and crashes out, LMAO. I mean, who knows? Maybe Myrtle helps her get out of her proverbial shell a bit more. Or the barista, yeah. What about me? We learned the truth about in-game me. I wonder if that's gonna get any mention. Or any kind of anything. As some look for answers off the beaten path, seeking bittersweet comforts to help pass on lonely nights. Even if they don't come out of the closet, they're definitely helping each other out by, like, helping improve each other as people. Yeah, exactly. Like, they don't necessarily have to end up in a romantic relationship to have a positive impact on each other. Like, we can sit here and ship it all we want. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. And if it does, neat. If not, okay, cool. In a night-blooming coffee shop standing between the rainy streets, they'd find a small respite through a cup of warm drink. Or plot twist, they do end up in a relationship, but it's queer platonic relationship. Yeah, that too. That is also very valid. And these are their stories. These are their stories. Dong dong. Well, this is still the same. Tuesday, September 19th, 2023. Okay, so it is about 3 years later, because I remember the first game, it was like the end of September, beginning October. Loading, loading, loading. Let's see what's on the... I almost said what's on the agenda for today. What the headlines are in the newspapers. Massive job loss as large companies move out of state. What's next? Seattle West Precinct Police are losing a record number of officers in January. It's Seattle, it's always raining. At least from what I've heard. Social experiment skirting between entertainment and menace. Well, I wonder if any of these kind of headlines are going to impact our regular people that we see. It's like if the police are going to be losing officers, I wonder if our cop friend Georgie's going to have if he's going to lose his job or something. And social experiments, maybe that's like social media stuff. Who knows if like Rachel will get involved in that. Oh, speaking of, this over here, there's more decoration than there was before. Or at least it seems that way. Like there are actually books on this shelf over here. There's art. This picture does kind of look like Rachel. Oh, look, that's cool. There's a little congratulations poster thing for Freya over there. That's pretty cool. I mean, we'd probably get to see more of this stuff. Because if somehow it could read you have saved data from the first coffee talk that you completed and gave little Easter eggs for that. Maybe it does. Who knows? Or it could be one of those things where if you don't, it'll like incentivize you somehow to want to go back. Or like, why are you starting here? There's already way more story before that. I do enjoy when games do stuff like that, when they have like a little, like you said, Nova, Easter eggs for having prior game completion and stuff. We have 15 notifications on our damn ass phone. We just got here. Okay. Oh hey, it's the album cover that's over there. And there's all the music that's in the game that we're not actually going to listen to. Let's see if there's anything on the Evening Whispers. Oh, looks like we decided to pick up the free trial of the fiction plan again. Your free trial will start tomorrow. Thank you for subscribing to our Fiction Plan free trial. You will have an active subscription to our Fiction Plan and will start receiving your daily short stories tomorrow. We hope you enjoy the content we provide. Tears of the Kingdom does that, and I also just checked to see if Desk was here. He currently is. So it's not that. Oh no, ads! Wait, I can talk to you. You're subscribed. I can still comment on your on your thing. About if you have any horses in the stable in Breath of the Wild, they'll transfer over. Yeah, I did hear about that. Like, I've played Breath of the Wild myself. I haven't completed it. I'm not like Desk, who just went, finished 2 of the temples, said, good enough, and then went and fought the final boss. Fuck, I don't even remember where I'm at in that game right now. It's okay, Nova. I'm still picking up what you're putting down. I speak speech to text. Yeah, ironically, I think out of the 2 of us, he knows more about Tears of the Kingdom than I do. Just because I have not even played it yet. But he's gotten into it. He's played around with it a bit. Not sure how much, I just know that he has. I get the feeling, Nova, that part of it, even though it was his first 3D Zelda game, it wasn't necessarily his first, like, big open world kind of like, sandbox exploration style thing. Like, he's played Dark Souls, he's played Elden Ring and shit like that, so it's in sort of that same wheelhouse, but not quite as hard, if that makes sense. Yeah, he's been too busy playing Balatro lately. Like I said, that's just my guess. Whereas someone like me, where my first 3D Zelda was Ocarina of Time. Yeah, we're talking smack on you and about you playing Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. You go from Elden Ring and Dark Souls, you can do those well. You can do Breath of the Wild. That makes sense. Yeah, that's my thought process anyway. Live Desk reaction when he hears us talking about him. Yeah, so let's see what we've got on the brew pad. Oh, it looks like it's starting us off with there are a lot more recipes. It seems like there are a lot more special drink recipes than there were in the first one. But it's starting us off with some basics. Café, cappuccino, dark hot chocolate, Sabrina Carpenter special, green tea latte, matcha. I've seen this ad, what I've been watching Twitch streamers I'm not subscribed to. There's an ad that plays for Starbucks. They have this like matcha with lavender cream foam stuff, and it looks really good. Personally, I'm a fan of matcha and lavender stuff together, so it seems like something I would really enjoy. But Starbucks as a corporation sucks, so maybe I'll just have to figure out how to make it on my own. But yeah, so we actually have a couple more tabs than we did before as well. So we've got coffee. I think that's just regular tea. The green tea, chocolate. I'm assuming this is the butterfly thing. That's probably hibiscus. And then milk. Matcha's pretty good. It's like a fancy kind of green tea. If it's not prepared well, it kind of tastes like grass. But if you go to a place that, you know, does know how to At least for some of the basic ones, it looks like it is. But we'll probably end up finding some of those out. Now that would be a nice thing if they carried it over from the last one. Like if you had the recipes already all filled out. If they carried that over, that would have been neat. Save you some time from having to figure it back out later. Or maybe if you remember it. True, but it's also been 3 years, so they could be completely different. Because we've got 9 notifications on there now. Oh, well, Georgie finally updated his profile picture. Oh, and there's stories now. That's cool. Yeah, so I guess we're not as close friends with him anymore. But this is definitely different than the first one, because the first one was just him in his uniform. And I know he said he's got 3 kids, but he also said that he had one that was about Rachel's age, so who knows? This could be like his grandkid and his younger 2 kids or something. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out. Let's see what's on the stories. I don't know if it goes like chronologically top to bottom or bottom to top, but I already scrolled down to the bottom, so here we are. We got, I think this picture of Freya was in the first one, but it's still nice. It's still nice to see. Yeah, it would have, Nova. Hi, Zoe. How you doing tonight? Oh, I fully intend to give that a like. I wonder if this will also give us a different way to learn more about the characters. Because, like, all we knew Georgie as before was just Officer Georgie or Georgie. Like, we don't really know anybody's last names. So maybe this will help us learn that. Hi, Adamus. Mad and hungry? Well, if you hungry, you should go fix that. Go get a snack or food. To the surprise of nobody, or at least not to me, Hyde's username is a reference to, you know, the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde story. Before, to get a new place to live, you just need to go to said place, have a look, and pay the cash. Now all these forms you need to fill. Abysmal. Making a veggie steak? Hell yeah. Is it that one with, like, the tofu recipe you were telling me about last time? Or the time before? That you have told me about previously? Is that a like? Because ain't that the truth? Neko chill. Good morning, let's do our best today too, okay? This probably isn't like... Because when she... In the last game, she was breaking out into her solo career, so maybe these are like her backup dancers and singers or stuff. Or maybe like... fans that got some kind of VIP. They ate all the mashed potatoes while you were getting a drink. I'll come smack them. You don't get between a person and their mashed potatoes. Man, I can't even remember the last time I had mashed potatoes. We have potatoes here. Maybe I'll make some in a few nights. The chief said that these days youngsters read and listen to infos and advice more seriously in this format. So here I am, kiddos. I'm gonna give him a like for that because he's trying his best. It's probably pronounced Seilua because if I remember her whole profile from the last thing, she had it all in French because she was all fancy. She's calling him out on social media in front of God and everybody. Like my mom cooks the... No! Neil's not here! Not here yet! Ah, fuck it, we'll leave it. Fuck it, we ball. Dude. Mashed potatoes for you and your nephew, and they fucking ate it, didn't even ask. So, now we just get a Exactly. That's exactly why I'm keeping it Nova. So what we do is we're gonna get new potatoes, just like a big sack of potatoes, and we're gonna start swinging. Yeah, Lou is here calling out Bailey's in front of all of social media. We're going to be checking on the catering service I mentioned last week tonight, so at Iced Bailey's, do not be late. Well, he liked it, so either he just automatically likes everything she posts, or he's paying attention. He replied, "Yes, ma'am." We only see, like, these little snippet previews of their profile pictures, but everybody's is different now. And, like, having them here because your stepdad. Yeah, no, I get that. That shit sucks when you're, like, stuck dealing with people that you don't necessarily want to deal with. Aqua's confused as to what to do. She looks all cute in her little outfit. It's no longer the little collage of her and Myrtle at the convention. But again, makes sense. That was 3 years ago. Woke up so refreshed today. I think it's going to be a good day. Cool. So I think that's it for that. Now let's actually get into the story. I guess this will go on for a while. Oh, I like how these jars are also, like, slightly different shades. And, like, your mom also doesn't like them. Ah. I mean, at least you're not alone in your dislike of these people just, like, showing up. I mean, I'm sure they probably didn't just show up, but you know what I mean. You're not the only one who's dissatisfied with their being there. Also, I never checked out this. What is this? Oh, it's a drawer. Oh, it's a postcard from Freya. A written postcard Freya prepared for Officer Georgie. Looks like she left him a message. Oh, we can move it around. So I assume at some point we're gonna have to figure out how to give that to him before he leaves. Officer Georgie, welcome. Evening, barista. What's crackin'? Aside from the thunder outside, that is. I'd say the power lines. Probably. Yeah. What about them? Oh. That's a concern. The power has kept going on and off all night. Our machines couldn't even heat up properly. That bad, eh? Sorry. I'll take your order as soon as the machines are ready. I had to come here because my grandma had to go to the doctor and had a procedure done, so she has to stay a few days, and even though the insurance offered to cover a hotel, she came here. Man, that sucks. It's like, you have another option. Why not take it? I'm sure staying in a hotel would be... Well... I'm assuming staying in a hotel would be more comfortable than imposing on somebody and getting stuck with, like, a guest room or kicking somebody else out of their room so you could be accommodated. I don't know, I'm also just the kind of person who just hates to impose myself on other people. I say as if I'm not a freaking VTuber who just does nothing but talk. But you know what I mean. I'll take your order as soon as the machines are ready. I would require them to actually have empathy and basic human decency, and given they ate all the potatoes, we can deduce they don't have those. My other grandma had to stay at my cousin's house. Ah! So basically, it sounds like shit show all around that hopefully will be done soon. At least for your sake, I hope it is. And I hope you get more mashed potatoes and you get to thoroughly enjoy them. Like just a big ol' honkin' thing of mashed potatoes, just for you. And your nephew if he's still around. No problem. Oh, yeah, that's... Ugh. That is just the worst. I know if my family did that to me, I would be yelling at them, dishonor. You're out to them and they're still doing it. Get an air horn every time they do it. Blow the air horn. They'll stop doing it real quick. I told my former housemate to do something like that because a majority of the people in their family, both sides of their family, would always dead name them, misgender them, the whole works. They did not take that idea very seriously into consideration. But their family's also just a bunch of jerks anyway. At least it makes sense as to where they got it from. I guess our resident writer, Miss Green-Haired Fairy, isn't here tonight? You mean Freya? The one and only. Unless she's changed her hair color, then my bad. Haha, it's still the same. She won't be coming around for a while, I think. Oh? Why? She's currently on a research trip for her new book. Oh, there we go. So, we probably won't get to see her much, if at all, throughout this game, but at least we know she's out doing stuff for her book, just like you said, Nova. That's so. Don't worry, Nova. Thanks to you, her pog will go on. At least that's what she told me. That's too bad. Evenings won't be the same without her. No kidding. I admit, it's been pretty quiet around here. But it's good for her to escape the city once in a while. Have some time to herself. Sister is looking for someone to watch her kid. I'm gonna see if I can convince her I can do it so I can stay at her place. That sounds like a good idea, Zoe. Very least, it probably won't hurt to reach out and ask and put that option out there. Sounds like it would probably be better for you. And at least kids are generally a lot cooler with... Well, maybe not cooler, but like... They actually listen when you tell them who you are. Ack! I wonder, can we like take this out? Get out of the drawer somehow? I guess not. Maybe there'll be a point in the dialogue where it's like, it'll say we can give him something. I mean, it is only our first day, and it's a new mechanic, so they'll probably do something to teach us about it. Not looking too good, huh? No ads! I really gotta figure out how to fuck around with the ads. Because I know you can, like, change... Maybe not necessarily when and how the ads pop up, but I feel like there is something to be done about that. I don't know, man. I just live here. It's my cafe. I just live here. Get ads, just say no. What are they gonna do? Show ads? You already said no. Yeah, I know even at affiliate level, there's a way to figure out when and where you want your ads placed. I just have not done that. One of the many things I have not considered about being affiliate. They really said, whoa, ads be upon you. Bought some freaking berries at the store today. And as much as I love eating berries, I hate the tiny ass seeds that just keep getting stuck in your teeth. Not looking too good, huh? Yeah, but I've already notified the city lights department. They said they'd monitor the area just in case. Don't worry, barista. If anything happens, I'll lend you my trusty lighter. Oh, don't worry about it, Nova. I'm not worried about it. You know, if you don't Twitch, but a lot of them, and you don't get the money. Yeah, exactly, which is why I want to get that sorted out sooner than later. I'm not planning on streaming the next few days after this, just because I have to work both of my jobs. And I'm not exactly the biggest fan of... I'm gonna go and stay up until really late, and then have to get up early for work, and then have to go right to my other job. Like, if it's just the one job and I can take a nap in, like, the middle of the day, it's fine. That's exactly what I did today. Does not help. I only got, like, 3 hours of sleep last night because I was hanging out with, my buddy, Aki, aka Orange is Borange. She was playing Hades and just let me sit there and yap about, Greek mythology and, Hades game stuff for, like, 4 hours. Pardon me. So I'm thinking what I'll probably do is what I did with the first one. Probably go like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, 2 jobs. I've basically had 2 jobs for the past almost 7 years since I got out of school. Yep, about Greek mythology for 6 hours. That sounds like a good time. It was only more like 4 hours, but still, it was a good time. Naki's really chill. She just, like I said, let me go on about it. And I think the longest stretch I've had off from both jobs in that entire time period is like 5 days, maybe. You just finished eating your steak and you're even hungrier? Oh no, I hate it when that happens. Like, luckily I have my trusty snack. I'm still hungry, what the fuck? I hate that shit. That's the part where you give them all shit because your steak would have been infinitely better and more fulfilling if you had actually had your fucking mashed potatoes to go with it. I don't mind you asking what are my jobs. So one of my jobs, I work at one of the local museums. I work with the collections. So like whenever we get new stuff, I'm the one who does all the processing, paperwork, filing, packing, all that stuff. Basically, if a collection item comes in the door, it ends up in my hands at some point or other. Oh, Zoe, I wish they were, but I'm being frank, some days I would not wish my job on other people. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I like my job, I like what I do, but sometimes, and by sometimes I mean a lot of the time, the people that I work for, they make it feel so not worth it. Like, I half-jokingly refer to most of the, like, the higher-ups, like the board of directors and, or like the board of trustees and the director, I refer to them as the olds. Because literally, I am usually the youngest person in the building by a margin of at least 30 years. So desperate for a job, I'll take anything I can get legally. That's fair. I kind of really lucked into that job. As my last semester of college, I had an internship there, and I must have done something right. Because they hired me on after that, and I've been there ever since. But let's put it this way. Again, last year whenever we were having our wedding and stuff, despite having worked at this place for, at that point, like 6 years, I only invited one person from that job. Technically two, because one of them is the IT guy, but he only shows up very occasionally. And frankly, I did not expect him to say yes and actually show up, but he did, and he was chill. So it's fine. And he's not one of the olds. He's more, I think, in his 40s or something. Yeah, I refer to my museum job as my desk job. Because I literally just sit at my desk most of the time. Which I will definitely not complain about. The other one is just like a basic retail job at a big, not necessarily a big box kind of store, but like one of those retail places that has a little bit of everything at like discount prices. It's usually like a lot of clothes. That's like one of our big things. But there's also various home goods, like kitchen supplies, utensils, things like that. Yeah. I used to work at I only switched over to that retail job a few months ago. Before that, I was at I guess the term I'm looking for is like a big box hardware kind of store. And it was one of those, by that point I'd been there for like 6.5 years. And I was getting really kind of sick of it. So it was always just the same shit, different day kind of stuff. And no matter how, this is going to sound really pessimistic, but no matter how much of a difference or how much you think you mean to people at a job, you honestly don't. Or at least that was what was proven to me after I left that job, because despite having worked with some of the people there for, again, like 6.5 years, having invited some of those people to my wedding and they came, I have not heard a hide nor hair. I've not seen them, I've not heard from them ever since I left there. And it's like, damn, okay. I mean, I thought we were cool enough because I, again, invited you to my damn ass wedding. But whatever. I mean, I guess I always could reach back out or something, but like, just because you're like work friends with people doesn't mean you're actually friends. I've only got a couple of those, and they left that place long before I did. So we've been friends for longer than that anyway. But yeah. That's what I do. Funnily enough, a few of the people I work with at my new job went over to that job from my old job. They were like, yeah, I've had it with this place. I'm gonna go work at this place now. Like, even including the old store manager. Like, he originally went over there, became the store manager of where I'm at now, and has since moved on to be a different manager of a different nearby store. That's basically about where I was with it, Nova. It's like, I've been here for X amount of time, and it could be worse, but at the same time, I feel like it could be so much better. And I feel... Oh, no. Say no more. I completely understand. I had plenty of those at my old job. My new retail job. Most everybody's pretty cool. Like, especially the store manager. He's actually one of the people I worked with at the old job first. Yay! Retiring PETA. Go get moldy somewhere else. I know exactly what you mean by PETA. We actually named one of our cats when I was growing up. We literally called her that because she was a very active feline, always getting into stuff, getting into trouble. So we affectionately referred to her as PETA Kitty. We can't even blame the basic ass naming convention of our animals from when I was growing up on youth, because we had them when I was in like my teens. The other one's probably gonna get transferred to another store soon. I count that as an absolute victory. Have a victory latte. Yeah, last weekend I actually got called in to that job, not once but twice. So I was supposed to have the day off one day. They called me and they were like, we could use an extra set of hands. Would you mind coming in? I was like, hell yeah, why not? Money and things, and I'm already in town. Store manager, he was so apologetic. He was like, I wanted to give you a Saturday off so you could enjoy your weekend. I was like, dude, I am already at my other job. If anything, having Sundays and Mondays off is ideal because that's my weekend from my other job. And he was like, oh, would you mind me putting you on for Saturday nights from now on? Just because you're very reliable. I was like, yeah, that's fine. It works for me. If only I can get the store's insurance company to give me the proper time of day so I can submit paperwork, maybe even see if I can get my accommodation back. Probably won't be a giant waste of time and money, but I can't exactly leave the job anytime soon because there's almost no other place that I could work with physically. I completely understand that, Nova. That was one thing I lucked out on at my job I was at before this, was that I actually did have health insurance through them, and they were decently accommodating when things came up. Like, I had a couple of surgeries during my time there, and they gave me the accommodation to not have to be on my feet the entire damn ass time. At least two of the managers honestly don't give a shit if I sit down when I have to, as long as I get up when a customer goes to the beer cafe desk to check out beer. Honestly, that's just the way it should be, in my humble onion. It's like, if there's no customers there and there's not anything that necessarily needs doing right now, you should be able to just kick back for a sec. Not even just a sec, but like the whole, you know? Like, that's what I did at my last job. There wasn't much for me to do when I wasn't ringing out customers. It's like, yeah, make sure the floor gets swept by the end of the night. Make sure all the drinks are pulled to the front of the cooler. That's basically it. I did that, and then I just got to chill. I see you and your latte love desk. I give you barista love. Now this job that I'm at now is a lot more involved. Because again, it's more of a retail thing. You gotta do returns. It never closes if at all, so yeah. Some people just don't get it. If anything happens, I'll lend you my trusty lighter. Your lighter? What a corporate doesn't know won't hurt them. Exactly. That was one of the things I also liked about my old job, is that whenever higher up corporate types would come and visit, they would be gone by the time I got there, because I didn't usually come in until at least 4 to 5:30 in the afternoon. And I think in my 6.5 years there, I only encountered the guy who was above the store manager once. And it was one of those, I'm going to politely greet this guy because he vaguely looks familiar because his picture's on the wall in the break room, but do I have any idea who the fuck he is? No, I do not. And it was not until afterwards somebody was like, oh yeah, that was so and so, he's the like regional manager. And I was like, oh, so that's what he looks like in person, not just as a 2D picture on the wall. Unless something crazy is happening, they're long gone by the time I start. And if what I've been told by my store manager, shut up, Saribot, we're chatting. If what I've been told by my store manager at my current job is true, the higher up managers above him tend to come more beginning of the week during the day for things. So, again, I probably won't have to deal with them. I mean, even if I do, it's not that big of a deal. If they're not gone by the time I clock in, they're usually gone by the time I would have to take a 10 or sit down anyway. Yeah. That's fair. Frankly, I love that for you. You don't have to deal with those higher up type people. No! We're getting told to take a break and ads. Really gotta fix that. Let me see. This is not what I wanted. Though maybe getting stuck with ads, it means that that I will actually turn my attention back to the game. Probably, here we go. Ads. Well, the good news is I at least found it, so I can get that sorted out. Okay. Okay, hopefully that helps. It probably won't help tonight, but whatever. Alrighty. So we're questioning what's so great about Georgie's Later anyway. Uh-huh. Got it from my grandfather. A lucky charm of sorts. Never failed us in a pinch, not even once. Unless you need it lit up for longer than 10 seconds. Then you're on your own. It's the thought that counts. Don't cops usually carry flashlights around anyway? Oh, we do. But where's the thrill in that? The thrill in potential arson? That's fair. Sounds like you need a vacation too. Do I ever? Goodness, finally. Thanks for waiting. I can take your order now. Great. I'm already done for the day, so no more coffee for me. Oh, no midnight patrol then? Just for tonight. Roger that. In that case, would you like to sample our new tea selection instead? We have hibiscus and blue pea available. Yes, Gavin, you see points now. We reached affiliate a few days ago. So among points, we also have some emotes. We have, at least one of them is follower exclusive, and a couple of them are... The Latte Love, I think, if I remember how I set it up correctly, the Latte Love is followers, and the Barista and Freya Pog are for subscribers. Conga rats, thank you. I'm imagining a conga line of rats. It's very entertaining. Thank you for that mental image, Gavin. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you are doing well tonight. We are vaguely attempting to play Coffee Talk episode 2, but I keep getting sidetracked talking about the woes of capitalism, aka my real world jobs, and ads. Lots of ads. You should. That would be really fucking cool. Like you have a singular conga rat, but you can chain them together. Or maybe like 3 different conga rats. One's like the beginning, one's the end, and then one in the middle that you can put a bunch of times. Kind of like with that worm on a string kind of thing. That would be fun. We have hibiscus and blue pea available. Blue pea, that sounds like Yummy Quinley's kind of thing. Hibiscus and blue, what? Blue pea? It's actually butterfly pea, but we call it blue pea for short. Which makes sense because when you brew it, it actually comes out blue. Yeah, exactly like that, Nova. The color is really pretty. Huh. I had no idea you offered alternative stuff, barista. No judgment here, just saying. Alternative what? Oh. It's pea, as in pea pods. Oh. And not whatever else you thought it was. Got it. Whoops. So upon further thought at looking at this thing that looks like Rachel in the background, that's probably like her solo debut album. That's why it looks like her. Sure, I'll give it a shot. Still remember my golden rule? Of course. No dairy for Officer Georgie. Gotta collect that blue pea. Oh, where do we put it? Blue pea is stored in the blue balls, I guess? Correct. I'm sure you have all this info written down on your phone already. I do, probably. I want to say yes, but some of my notes went missing after I got my phone serviced a month ago. Oh no! Maybe that's why we don't have some of the notes from people on our Tomo.chill, and why we don't have all the recipes. Whoops. Better write down everything you can remember then. Speaking of remembering, Freya actually left me something for you. That so? Alright. Then I'll have one of your new teas. I'll leave the choice up to you. Just keep it simple. Okay, here we go. So it looks like right now all we have is still our basic coffee, green tea, regular tea. I say regular tea, but it's probably just like black tea. The blue pea, hibiscus, and milk, and it looks like that's just cinnamon. He seemed very wary of the blue pea, so we'll give him just hibiscus tea. Very cool flavor, moderately sweet and bitter, not warm. Better give Freya stuff to Officer Georgie now before I forget. Oh, here we go. Give item. We can put it on the tray. Proceed. Oh, they wouldn't even let me do it. The only options they were giving me were to give him the item or trash it. But instead, we've got everything on our tray, so serve it! Oh? A postcard, eh? Is she bragging at me or something? Oh, I'm sure the notification is just the hibiscus tea. Has a cranberry-like tartness with floral undertones. Great source of vitamin C. That stuff's delicious. Huh. What is it? It appears she left me a message. What does it say? Nothing for you to worry about. Okay. Anyway, thanks for this. Give her my regards. You're welcome, and I will. Enjoy. What's this, wine? Yes, it's a piping hot... it's a piping cup of wine. Hey, mulled wine exists, you know. And it's served hot. That's true. I stand corrected. Just a heads up, it's a bit tart. Roger that. Damn, it is sour. Would you like some sugar to take the edge off? Nah, it's alright. Tastes familiar, though. I swear I had it before. It's traditionally sweetened and served cold with ice. Or you boil it with ginger or cinnamon for remedies. Oh, that's probably gonna be some kind of recipe at some point. Yeah? Nope, can't recall. Maybe I'm just getting old. You're not that old. Thanks, but no worries, barista. Some people might hate getting old, but I ain't one of them. This to me, it's proof you're living. Anyhow, if I remember anything, I'll let you know. Yes, please do. What a storm. Got somewhere to be? I'm supposed to be home by now. My youngest has just finished all her makeup exams. Makeup exams? Yeah. We found out that for some reason or other she'd been neglecting her studies. So let's just say I had a few things to say about that. How did it go? It was a disaster. Oof. But she pulled through in the end, right? Yep. Except we haven't spoken to each other for over a month now. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. Anyway, the missus planned to celebrate a little tonight. Making all the kids' favorite dishes, having her sisters over for dinner and all that. Oh, so maybe the youngins in the picture are actually like just his grandkids or something, if his youngest is like taking makeup exams. I know people who always have makeup exams. It's at a beauty school. Heh. That's funny, Gavin. If I'm being honest, that was honestly exactly what I thought of when I first read makeup exams. I was like, oh, is she in cosmetology? No. No. She's just, not doing great. That's fine. So I'm buying the dessert pies as an olive branch of sorts. Sounds like a good plan. But as you can see, I got no pies and I'm nowhere near home. Interesting thing is, until recently, I was working at one. Oh yeah? That sounds like an interesting time, Gavin. Hopefully it was at least enjoyable. Because of the storm? That and my car is busted. All the valve cores removed and the tires deflated. Oh no. What? How come? Just so happens my car is the latest victim of a vandalism spree. That's a whole other thing going on. Rest easy though, we're on it. For now I need to find a way to get home fast. You can't just drop that sort of fact and expect me to have no questions. Holy! Whoa, new person. What is this guy, a fucking satyr or something? I was too busy talking, I didn't hear what his voice blip sound like. By Zeus, what a disaster! Welcome. Hey, what's shaking? Oh, he's a youngin'. Well, I'm vaguely going with Satyr because he's got, like, the curly horns and the ears and shit. And he was, saying something about Zeus. So that's my assumption. Evening, Pops. What's up? Thunderstorms, obviously. Touché. God, isn't the weather just awful? It's like someone up there doesn't care about their water bill or something. Haha. I'm glad you're open, though, or else I'd be super soaked by now. Happy you made it in time. Would you like anything to drink? Something to warm you up? That'd be great, yeah! Oh, I'm Lucas, by the way. And you are? My name is Barista. And the gentleman over here is Officer Georgie. Awesome! Nice to meet you, Pops. Can I call you Pops? Fine by me. I'm pretty sure that's what Freya calls him, too. Sweet! Uh-oh. Mrs. is calling. Oh, no. Ah. Alright, be back. Wish me luck. Godspeed, my friend. Good luck. See ya! So... Can I get a cafe latte? Sure. Or maybe not. Yes? You know what? I'm not sure. You tell me. You're the pro. Okay, hear me out. You see, I used to like coffee. Heck, I loved espresso. But at some point, my stomach turned against me and decided to just hate it. Like, really hate it. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, I'm picking up what you're putting down. That kind of shit happens. Your tummy gets the rumblies when you have caffeine now. Sounds very uncomfortable. I wonder if it is the coffee. Or maybe it's something. No, he said it was espresso, so it's probably... He used to love espresso, so it probably just is the coffee itself. As opposed to, something else that he used to put in it. Okay, let's see. Hi, Bunny. How we doing? Good to see ya. Hopefully the weather where you're at is better than what it's doing in-game, because in-game it's a freaking mess. Welcome on in, get all comfy, settled in, all that good stuff. Anyway, milk helps take the edge off. That's why I've been ordering lattes and the like. But I still miss just coffee, you know? That's why I'm wondering if you can suggest me something. What is it about coffee that you miss? You're great? Well, that's great. We're happy to hear it. The caffeine, of course. A wowfa. He comes with handlebars. Yes, Zoe, he does. That is certainly yep, that is a way to put it. It's just the overall boldness, you know what I mean? Am I making sense? Have you ever tried matcha? Nope, but isn't that just green tea? Yes, but much more concentrated. Would you like to give it a try? Sure. Then one matcha for me, please. Which I'm pretty sure is just green tea, green tea, green tea. Little warm, very bitter. Which is why it usually gets, like, sweetened up with something. Okay, I don't have any items. So we can... It's just matcha, so let's serve it! A cup of premium matcha coming up. Oh no, he's an influencer! No! You know, it's a good thing he didn't ask for latte art, otherwise I would be so cooked. Man, it's super green, huh? Let's try it. What do you think? You know what? It's pretty good. Tastes a little grassy, though. Yeah, that's like what I was saying before. If it's not really made well, or if you just have straight up matcha without any other flavorings or sweeteners or anything, it do be a little grassy, though. But I kind of like it. I'm glad it's to your taste. I wasn't sure if you'd enjoy it as is. Why wouldn't I? I mean, we're kind of influencers too, but I don't want to be the kind we're thinking of. Well, the kind I'm thinking of is, he whipped out his phone as soon as I gave him the drink, so he's like one of those food blogger types who leaves reviews and stuff. You know, the kind of guy who could either make or break the coffee talk shop simply by his word. That's what I'm thinking of. Some people find the taste a bit too intense when it's served straight like this. Well, good thing I like intense. This makes up for the fact that I'm really not. Anyhow, looking forward to your future recommendations from now on. I'll do my best. So, does anyone ever come here? I mean, you're here. I don't know what else you expect me to say, dude. Fucking foodstagram people. What do you mean? I mean, to be fair, Gavin, even in the original, on any given night, we would only ever have maybe 4 people on screen tops, and like maybe 1 person off in the corner. But the in-game barista has made it clear that money is not necessarily something of consequence. So it's not that bad. I was trying to pin this coffee shop on my post, right? But there's like no trace of your place anywhere. No tags, no mentions, nothing. What's up with that? Oh. Maybe our crowd isn't as big as your usual coffee shop since we opened quite late. That makes sense. What time do you guys close anyway? We're open until morning. For real? That's pretty heckin' late. Do you turn into a secret bar after like 2 a.m. or something? If we did, Officer Georgie over there would have a few things to say about that. What? That's no fun. Are you guys on social media at all? Not the coffee shop itself, no. Late night coffee shop that nobody talks about, huh? Interesting. But hey, that means I can stay until the storm's over, right? Of course. Stay as long as you'd like. Sweet, thanks. I can give you a shout out on my stories if you want. Your stories? Yep. Here, let me show you. He took the photo and posted it moments ago. That was fast. Oh? I was going to tag your place here. I do have an account there, but I haven't seen this feature before. Oh yeah, it's a pretty new thing on Tomo.chill, huh? You can check on people's updates now. Just open the Stories tab on the inside the app on your phone once in a while. Yeah, we kind of already did that, catching up with the other people that we've already met. Guess where I am? Hashtag chillin', hashtag pick of the day. Well, he's in my coffee shop, so I'm kind of obligated to give him a like, I think. Filling up your timeline 24/7. Oh, he's doing like the heart thing with his fingers. Taking a photo is generally fast. It's not like painting a picture. Yeah, you're right. But at the same time, I think the in-game barista is unfamiliar with the concept of people wanting to take a picture of the food and the drinks and stuff. If I had to guess. Better check it daily, though, because the stories only last a day. You don't like him? I'm not entirely sure how to feel about him myself yet. He seems like... relatively speaking, he's just a kid. Like, he's doing the whole online influencer type deal, it looks like. Like, I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. But we'll see how much smack he talks on the cafe before we pass too much judgment. Who knows? Maybe you'll find some juicy info on your customers there. I mean, maybe. I mean, we did see Lua calling out Bailey's on the post about going to see the caterer. Like, he could be really cool, but also douchey. Yeah. Probably depends on what the situation is. That's a bit... Hey, I'm just saying, people will post anything. Kidding. I'm usually more active on my tube channel anyway. But hey, since you're here, want me to tag you instead? Ha! No, thank you. But I'm curious. What do you do exactly? Your posts already seem to have a lot of reactions for a new feature. Right. I guess you can call me a lifestyle reviewer of sorts. I report on the hottest trends, on the hottest people, on the hottest places, and everything else in between. Wow. Does that mean this coffee shop is part of the hottest gang? Do you want it to be? Sure. For the right price, you can. Ah, there it is. Aw. Never mind then. I'm just kidding. My manager decides what I endorse. They help keep me on brand, so to speak. Since they said I can get too crazy sometimes. Whatever that means. Oh, lordy. Welcome back, Pops. Thanks. Was everything alright? Kind of. The missus is not happy. Maybe I should try calling a cab. He's the literal definition of undiagnosed ADHD. I'm calling it right now. I would not be surprised if that was the case. What do you think? I'd save my minutes if I were you, Pops. Not good, huh? Been calling him while I was still on the lookout earlier. 1.5 hours later, here I am. There were no cabs around my station either. Did you try ordering online, Pops? Did you not see my phone? Only ordering I can do is gnome noms from around the corner from my house. Touché! Well, on the bright side, our power seems to be stable for now. Whoa! I retract my statement. For what it's worth, it held out much longer than I expected. You're right. Want to borrow my lighter then, barista? A tempting offer, but no thank you. I'm going to check on something though, so I'll be right back. Sure, good luck. At least he's not a Logan Paul. If he was, I would simply kill him immediately. Like, on sight, no hesitation. I would simply destroy this twink. Well, now he's on my watch list. If he starts shit, I will obliterate him on sight. Hey, you alright? Yeah, everything's peachy. Seems like he's afraid of the dark, though. You would defenestrate him? Yeah, you did say that right, and I probably would. It's like saying things can't get any worse, and clearly they just did. But it also looks like the in-game cafe is on the ground floor, so defenestrating him would not really do much other than break one of my windows. Be better just to throw him out the front door. I just don't like being in the dark so much. Well, you're scared of the dark, kid? Duh! You never know who might jump out at you. Unga bunga. But we're in a room. Still! Don't you feel scared at all, Pops? Of course not. I do night patrols all the time. If I can grab them, I can handle them. In theory. I don't know how to feel about that at all. Huh. Did you hear something? What? I swear I heard something just now. Somebody else is here. I did night patrols in the hospital, but those weren't always safe. I can believe that, Gavin. Holy fuck! Whoa! I get the feeling our influencer kid, may have just shit himself. I think the cop might have shit himself, too. Hi? I'm back. Sorry about that. Everything should be good for now. Oh, great. Welcome. Can I place my order? Of course. What do you have? Although our arsenal is limited at the moment, we still have all the usual fare. Coffee, tea, and herbal drinks. I'd like something soothing for my throat. And for my mind. Tough day at work? You have no particular drink in mind. Mind if I suggest trying our new blue pea latte? Blue pea latte. Could you make it pretty? I'll try my best. Okay. One blue pea latte with art, please. Okay, so if I remember correctly, latte is like one thing and 2 milk. If it's not, it's 2 things in 1 milk. Hell yeah, blue pea latte. With latte art. This is really freaking blue. Serve it! Thank you for waiting. Here you go. It's blue? Yes, but rest assured, it is all natural. I see. It's pretty. How do you like it? It's good. Thank you. You are very welcome. Is the power okay now? Yes, the city department is making sure of it. Awesome. Now we can just wait until the storm's over. Well, about that. The news said the storm will go on until midnight at the very least. What? Would have been nice if I had my car. There are several road closures due to flooding also. Well, darn. So basically you're saying we're stuck. Afraid so. At least for a little while. I'm in deep trouble. What's wrong with your car, Pops? Yeah, you didn't finish explaining it earlier. I have questions. I just didn't want to alarm you, Barista. His tires got flattened. For real? Yep. There's been some vandalism going around recently. Somebody keeps removing the valve cores and deflating tires from parked cars around the West Precinct. Huh. Why? Maybe someone's a collector. Or got too much time on their hands. No clue yet. Anyhow, our station lot was getting repaved, so a few of us had to park outside today. Well, you know the rest. Did everyone's cars get affected too, Pops? Nope. Just mine. Oh. That's so weird. You're so chill about it. Yeah. Maybe because there's no real damage done other than wasting my time. But my coworkers aren't so cool about it. Recent mass resignations have left us severely understaffed. Additionally, companies are moving away due to the tax hikes, so there are protests happening. Which means tensions are high all around. That doesn't sound good. Don't I know it. Anyway, we caught the culprit on CCTV, so I'll be looking into it starting tomorrow. Just hoping it won't get any crazier in the meantime. Could it just be a prank, Pops? It's just a prank, bro. You think so? Yeah. With what's been going on lately, the suspicion would land elsewhere, right? So the culprit may think they won't get caught. Are you speaking from experience? If I say yes, would you let it slide? Depends on what you did. Harsh. But I'm serious. Prank videos are like their own genre online, you know? People watch that kind of stuff. Oh yeah. It's all about cheap thrills, Pops. And a good way to make money, too, if you play your cards right. Oh? The crazier your stick is, the more views you get. Which means more ad money. Lather, rinse, repeat until you push them just a bit too far. Then you get the nuke and everything will just go poof. And disappear. Won't stop anyone from doing it all over again, though. Because really, all you need to get started is a camera, phone, and Wi-Fi. Everything else comes down to timing and luck. Yeah, probably not, Gavin. You sure know a lot about this. Maybe I should bring you in for questioning. Oh, do not like prank streamers? Yeah, no. Like, their whole thing is, like he's saying, a lot about, like, shock value and fucking with people. Not a fan. Oh no, my manager would kill me! Okay, he's actually... I like this, like... I don't want to say deformed, but like this style of animated face. It's kind of cute on him. Joking. Anyhow. High risk, high reward opportunity with a low entry barrier. Sounds like something else. Oh yeah. Anything goes for views. Honestly, it's one of the reasons I'm on a break at the moment. Oh. It's a long story. Been wanting to change the direction of my show for a long time now. What's wrong with it? Well, the views are declining for one. Why, not enough pranks? Harsh! Nah, I haven't done those things in a long time. Not that I ever want to get back into it. Anyways, I'm not in a position where I can take that kind of risk yet. Even if I'm totally up for trying something new. Because people don't like change. That's right! They get bored easily, too. Today's good might be trash tomorrow. So it feels like I'm battling a daily paradox sometimes. You make it sound like the continuity of your work depends on the audience's whims, kid. I guess you could say that. Why? Pardon? Sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I was unable to avoid overhearing you. It's alright, I know I'm loud. Can you explain what you mean by why? Do you think the audience is always right? Of course not. Then why place so much emphasis on what they want? Why must you follow their whims? I mean, it all comes down to numbers, right? A single opinion might be easy to negotiate with. Maybe even 10 or 100. Still doable. Can't change the direction of my stuff. Time only seems to make it go forward. Yeah, I completely get that. Sometimes when you want to change stuff, especially if you're already sort of carved into your own niche for things, from what I've seen and heard, the best way to do that is to like start to slowly curve out to doing something else. If that makes sense. Because it's like there's only so much within a certain niche that you can fulfill. Like you could for example, I could sit here and play like every kind of visual novel drink making game like this. And then once I run out, that's it. There's no more. The niche has been completed. But if I start branching out and doing other stuff that you have a niche, being cute and wholesome is rare. It really is. Like in a world full of like lewd tubers and stuff, we have the pure and the cute and wholesome Gavin Stoutheart. But that's not necessarily your only niche. You also have your like massive ass voice acting range and everything. So if you wanted to, you could probably use that to steer your content in a new direction if you wanted to. I mean, people already know you for it, but you could also use that to your advantage, I guess. Or someone like me, like I said, I've got these, these visual novel type things. I could slowly branch out into other things, like just generally cozy kind of things. I've been thinking like life sim kind of games where it's just low-key, not necessarily a specific goal in mind overall, like not really an overarching story, just like making your way there, getting to know more about the characters in games and stuff. Stuff like Stardew Valley or Sunhaven or Fields of Mystria, which is having a big update next week. I think on the 10th. So I kind of want to get into that. But like earlier on when you're doing stuff, it's easier to what am I trying to say? It's like it's easier to not necessarily have yourself defined by a singular thing. Like I'm still relatively super small. I mean, I still have the whole barista shtick, so people come in and they tend to expect this, like, something like coffee talk. But I'm taking the opportunity to do something completely different that is unexpected for this kind of channel with my Wonderlands Wednesdays, where I play Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, which is like an action shooter kind of thing. Is very much not what is expected of me. So it's not necessarily part of my niche, but it at least gives me the wiggle room to say, hey, I don't just do cozy visual novel type things. Though if that was all I was ever known for, I would be more than happy with that. It's just giving me room to work with something else, if I wanted to. Worst case scenario, I finish all of my visual novel stuff and I just play Hades for the rest of my existence. But to influence the opinion of thousands? Millions? Not so easy. So my belief is, if you can't fight them, join them. Then change things slowly from the inside out. you absolutely could do that. Like, if you're looking... The problem with visual novels is a lot of them are pretty, extended, let's say. Like, especially if you do it on stream and you interact with your chat and stuff, that really pads out the length of it as well. But, for example, I know, Desk started playing, through the Ace Attorney series. Extended and usually linear? Oh yeah, for sure. Like, visual novels, like I was just saying, like the Ace Attorney series, very linear. Like, occasionally there are bad endings that you get, but that's fairly easily rectified. Yeah, Desk is... he's gonna be doing the Ace Attorney trilogy. Alright, I assume at least the first game, and there's a lot of... planning on getting other VA friends for that? That would be fun, though. Just a nice way to get together with your pals and do stuff. But something like this, it's... something like Coffee Talk, it is pretty straightforward. It's like, okay, you're a barista. You run a cafe. Make drinks. Action. Brilliant. And there are some other, not so much visual novel things, but like life simulators. Again, like Stardew Valley, the Story of Seasons series, where, yeah, there are all sorts of different things you can do, but it ends up just leading to the same kind of goal. I mean, as far as I know, there's still only one Story of Seasons game where that actually has a defined endpoint. That I'm still kind of pissed about. It's a Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. The original came out on the GameCube back when it was still under the Harvest Moon series. And if you play that one for long enough, you will literally play until your character dies. Like, you get married, you have a kid, you run your farm, kid grows up, all that kind of stuff. And then one day you just fucking die. Which really salted my apples, because it's like, there are old people here who have been old since I first got here. Why are they outliving me? This happened probably at least half my lifetime ago. Like when I was in my teens. And I'm still mad about it. And I don't know if the Story of Seasons remake for the Switch still has that. It'll take me a while to find out. It was like they had to change character names and a few mechanics and stuff. So it would not be too far-fetched of an idea to find out that they had to change the quote-unquote ending. But that's a thing for another day. If you don't want to be the only one voicing stuff, having like a weekly or bi-weekly or whatever collaboration on some kind of visual novel game is a good way to get together with your pals and just chill. In my humble onion. There's no way it can work. No? Why do you think that? My apologies for not providing context. You don't have to, I was just curious. Considering I intruded, it is only fair. I admit that I am not a big fan of online activities. I find people's conduct there very loathsome. Mood. That's a strong word. 2 years ago, I uploaded my singing reel online in preparation for my audition as a soprano. Oh, if she's a soprano, maybe I should bring her voice up a little bit. Then I don't want her to sound too much like Aqua, so we'll keep it for now. A soprano? Really? That's cool. Can I see it? I took it down. Aw, why? I believe she's getting to it, kid. Right, okay. It was something done out of necessity. I recorded the reel using my phone at home. Since I have no previous theater experience to show, it was not of the highest quality, I admit. Even so, I did post it to a video site, mainly to add the link to my applications. Though I am not sure if it helped at all, as my attempts have yet to yield results. Right. However, one day my application received an unexpected response from an auditioner. It was a polite rejection. However, they left me with a curious suggestion. What did they say? They highly recommended that I moderate my video's comment section. So I checked. It was a lot. What happened? The comment section was teeming with plenty of strong opinions. If they can even be called that. That's probably one way to put it, I suppose. What? There were a lot of comments telling me to stop screaming and take my video down. Oh, is she like a banshee or something? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. She's like, it's like obviously she looks like some kind of ghost. So it could be that she's a banshee or something. And that's why she's working towards being a soprano or something. If I had to guess. Because they didn't want to get cursed and die yet. What's with that nonsense? Others questioned my sanity for knowingly spreading bad luck with my voice. Many others also wanted to know who and where my handler was. Since there's no such thing as sentience for us banshees, I suppose. Ah, yep, there it is. That's my problem with these kinds of games, is I get overzealous and I start theorizing and making comments and stuff, where if I just waited like 5 seconds and clicked on to the next text box, I would have my answer. That's real effed up. That's horrible. Even with the Vindication Act in place, those POS still exist, huh? Yeah, that's the thing about the world of coffee talk, Gavin, is that there are people from like all kinds of fantasy races and stuff. Like, I assume this guy here, just based on his horns and the comments he made when he first showed up, I assume he's like a satyr. That girl over there is a banshee. Some of our regulars from the first game were like an octopus mermaid type. We had an orc. We had an alien who showed up looking like a freaking astronaut. Among other things. And we'll probably get to see some of them again. If I ever actually get to days after this one. Oh, and of course one of the main romantic conflicts of it was there was an elf and a succubus. So like, more often than not, there were non-human characters. And yeah, I imagine that a majority of, like in the first one, the people in this one are going to be majority supernatural or fantasy type beings. But let's find out. The Vindication Act? A global treaty to recognize the sentiency and rights of non-sapients. Sapient refers to any species that is intelligent and bipedal. Like humans, elves, orcs, gnomes, halflings. You know the type. Huh. Yeah, like even us satyrs got added pretty late in the game too, you know? Hey, I called it. Oh, but shouldn't you fit the bill right away? Oh, they're probably arguing about, like, his goat legs. Yeah, but we're all born male. We didn't really have the best reputation either. Anyway, it took a while for us to finally get recognized by international law. Since the further you are from the likeness of the main six, the slower the process will be. So I'm sure it's been way harder for you, lady. Our numbers are extremely low. Others being unfamiliar with our existence is not surprising to us. Still, doesn't make it right. But I get it now, your disdain for the internet. I'm impressed you seem very chill about it. Chill? Do I look chill? Oh. Uh-oh. The light. But how can you be chill? When such blatant disrespect is thrown in your face like that. Whoa! Don't you wonder what gives them the right to be so vile? Who do they think they are? Pray tell, what do they feel when they commit such offensive acts? Do they derive some sort of perverse pleasure from others' suffering? The audacity! I can't. I can't! I see the anonymity of talking through screens has afforded people the comfort of disrespecting others without suffering a direct hit to their face for it. Damn it, not again. Just a second, please. Also, yeah, poor centaurs are quadrupedal. Okay. I know she's supposed to be a banshee and, like, really higher pitched, but, I figured the, more guttural, metal-esque screaming would be better. Because that's more in line with how I actually sound. And it wouldn't break my microphone. Ah, thank goodness. Hmm? He got scared, so he moved to the other side. It's just not right. That kind of behavior is just not right. I'm sorry. I've gone too far. It's alright. I admit, I just don't want to hear that the audience is always right. Because that means my dream has run aground before I can even try. Yeah, I think instead of being soprano, she focused her, I mean, yeah, the screaming tends to be higher pitched anyway, but I feel like she could make it happen. Because that's one thing I've seen. There's, like, this one lady, I think she's, like, a classically trained opera singer. I forget her name, but she advises and gives vocal training advice to metal singers, you know, for their whole guttural screaming shtick. Like, how to protect their throats without just completely shredding them when they're going all, oh, or whatever. I feel like she could work with that. But she has her dream set to be on wanting to be a soprano, so who am I to discourage her from that? Especially when she makes the lights go out in my cafe. How about if I help you? Look, I get what you're going through. As a satyr, I had to deal with plenty of numbskulls trying to tear me down to justify their own inferiority complexes. So believe me when I tell you this. You've got what it takes to turn the tables on them. How? Easy. You gotta sell yourself. Whoa, kid, slow down. I might be lax, but I still work for the law. No, Pops, not that kind. Honestly, I don't know much about the opera scene. But I know sirens dominate a huge chunk of the soprano roles, right? Yes. It's as if they were made for the role. Exactly. So this is a case of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Which means, no matter what you do or how hard you try, you'll always be an outlier. Therefore, if you just compete based on your skills alone... Sorry to say this, but you probably won't make it. Wait, hear me out! You got one awesome thing all those sirens don't have. A story. A story? Yeah! Imagine a banshee who dreams of becoming a lead soprano. Or whatever it is you wish to do on the stage. Pursuing her dream in the midst of all the sirens, despite all the odds stacked against her. Isn't that a great narrative? But you haven't even heard my singing yet. Have you? I'd love to, of course. But honestly, that doesn't matter as much as you think. What? Our goal is to get your story stuck in people's heads first. Most people just scoff at it because of their own dumb assumptions, which is exactly what we want. Then we'll blow all their expectations away by putting you on stage. What stage? And how? Don't worry, I have my ways. No matter how you sing, everybody will be surprised seeing you there. And that's when you'll get your time to really shine. What are you talking about? No. What? Why? I just want the chance to properly sing. To show what I'm made of, regardless of what I am. I know, and I'm offering you a possible way in. No offense, but all of this sounds like you're just... It's as if you're just trying to sell a caricature of me. Of course not, no way! But ouch, that kinda hurt a little bit. Sorry for being rude. But I don't know you, and you don't know me. So how am I supposed to consider everything you said when you don't even know my name? Well, if what you'd been doing worked at all, I would have asked for your name already, don't you think? Hey. I don't know where you were going with that, but I think you went too far, kid. What the hell are you talking about? Ah, crap. Hey, look, I'm The storm seems to be easing up. I'll be taking my leave. Right, thank you for coming, Miss... Riona. Miss Riona. We hope to see you again. Our conversation certainly took an odd turn. So let me make this point. For all the words you spoke earlier, I feel few were actually intended for me. Take care. Have a safe trip. Oh, there she goes. Well, now that we know of her, there she is. Oh, I like that. She's got a cute picture. Okay, no stories from her. Sorry about all that. I messed up, didn't I? Can't say, kid. This old man is still trying to figure out what just happened. Aw, man. Dunno what came over me, Pops. I get too hyped up sometimes and lose my cool. Sorry, just a sec. It's my manager. Road closure's over, so he's picking me up now. Oh, that's wonderful. Nice. By the way, do you need a ride, Pops? I can drop you off wherever, no problem. Thanks, kid, but it's alright. I'm sure the cabs will start rolling around soon. You sure? Yep. Alrighty. I guess I'll be seeing you guys around. Thanks for coming. We hope to see you again. Yeah. Hey, barista? Yes? No, it's nothing. Okay then. See you soon, barista. Pops. Have a safe trip. Well, that was a show and a half. No kidding. Too bad Freya missed it. She'd be all over this shit. Feels like I'm ready to just call it a day. Soon as I get my cab, I'll get out of your hair, barista. Oh, please, you know I don't mean it like that. Not gonna lie, though. Listening to those two got me thinking for a little bit. About? Me and my youngest daughter, Missy. Maybe I was too hard on her, but I don't know. When you're a parent, it's hard to choose between supporting your kids' ideas or stopping them from taking things too far. Sounds like you and, Hendry, the cat dad, should talk about it. It's always a fine line to tread, for sure. Yep. Uh-oh. It's the missus. You know what? I think I better go. At least if she hears the rain outside, she'll get less mad at me. Please try not to get sick. Kidding. But I better go, though. You take care on closing, barista. Will do. Hope you get a cab soon. Thanks. See ya. Oof. What a day. I better clean up and then... Huh? What's this? An old metal lighter with an interesting design carved on it. Someone must have forgotten this. Oh, it's probably Georgie because he was talking about his lighter. Better keep it safe over here. It exudes an interesting feel. Okay, now let's wrap this up. Aqua's Tranquility. Its earthy yet minty taste relieves indigestion, while the color and smell soothe her senses. Oh, that's probably a new thing based on the blue pea that we have. Ugh. Got a big stretch going on. Big stretch, big sip, nice big hydrate going on. All right. So I think we're gonna do probably one more day on this and then we'll call it a night. I just need to make one quick adjustment. Apparently making some adjustments included smacking my hand off of my desk. Wednesday, September 20th, 2023. Headlines for tonight. Hello, Ghost. I am doing pretty well tonight. I hope you are as well. Always happy to see you. We started Coffee Talk episode 2. Fuck, which order is it? Hibiscus and Butterfly. I keep wanting to do it alphabetically and say Butterfly and Hibiscus, but that is not correct, apparently. We just finished day 1. Met a couple new characters. Aw, I'm sorry to hear that, Ghost. Oh yeah, a lot of the newspaper headlines, like in the first game, they did a few memes, like that one cop who was like pepper spraying protesters and things like that. Yeah, there's always memes on these kinds of things. Very enjoyable, I think. Mostly because I'm just sitting here like pointing at it. Hey, I recognize that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ghost. Hopefully, if you get a new neighbor anytime soon, they're at least partway decent. Sometimes that's the best you can hope for, honestly. Our neighbors where we're at, well, who knows? Maybe you could end up finding another fun-having neighbor and start a whole new kind of thing with it. That could be fun. But who knows? I'm just a barista. I'm not a freaking fortune teller, soothsayer type. I just unga-bunga my coffee and herbal drinks and point out memes on the newspaper headlines. Future of dating: how AI may steal your potential mates with increasing sentiency. Tell the future. I cannot tell the future. Unless you're saying you're the Jesus Christ, the future teller. In which case, I guess you can generate your own future. Okay. Morris Lester's conviction stands after appeal rejected. Well, that's good to hear. Morris Lester was the less than stellar former manager of our friend / patron Rachel, who her dad, he kept trying to get her away from him. And thankfully she seemed to come to her senses, or at least get out of there at exactly the right time, because in the first game he had a major party at Coachella that ended up getting really fucked. And thankfully Rachel was not there for it. Which unfortunately comes with the having to admit that your dad's right. Which is not a thing that everybody likes to do. Especially her, when she's been trying to... Oh, it's the raccoons. Hello, raccoons. I did miss you. Would you like your regular bit of coffee today, raccoons? And you as well, Ghost. Yeah, so apparently he got arrested and convicted. Which is a very good thing to hear. He faced his comeuppance. Your usual, you got it. I'll have that up for you in just a sec. Alrighty, there we go. The final headline: the controversial motive behind an ex-FIRE agent's investigation, a deep dive. Okay, bye raccoons, I'll see you later. Okay, so before we get going into whatever's happening here. So we resubscribed for the fictional story thing. I don't know why. I don't know if we're gonna end up seeing the, end up meeting the new author behind these short story things. But we'll look into that. We'll read these. If Capella Ever Falls by Ralia Almat. That star is called Capella, the little goat of Auriga, the cherished tear. She looks up to where I pointed, her neckline a constellation of its own. If the little goat falls off, do you think we'll get a wish? She asks between yawns. Well, I don't think that's how falling stars work, but maybe? I wonder if I bore her at times like this, laid on my balcony, just the two of us and the stars. I still don't know much about her. It's scary to get to know someone new. An entirely new sky to discover, where all the celestial objects are yet to form a sign. Where's the brightest star of her night? Which constellation does she display proudly in her north sky? What object does she hide between her dark clouds? Is there a place for me in her nights? When I ask that, I know I'm avoiding the real question. Is there a place for her in my nights? I still don't know if I actually am in love with her, or if she's just a slightly above average looking girl who happens to fit my ideal style. A cute girl who's not afraid of wearing her own aesthetic. An unironic, slightly gothic, dark academia girl. Exactly my type. I'm still figuring out if I want to show her my own night, to reserve one spot by the northern space for her to shine. Am I ready to love, or was I just lonely and she happened to be there, the empty space beside me? What does she think of me? Do we actually match each other well, or is that just what Tinder says? There's still so much that I don't know about her, and it's scary to think about. Does she like Murakami too? What would she think of me if she knew my playlist is mostly emo songs? How badly was she hurt by her ex-lovers? When does she think we will end? I shiver thinking about it. I hope it's the night's gentle breeze and not my anxiety. She puts her head on my shoulder, signaling me to hold her closer. Maybe it's the night breeze after all. Or perhaps she knows how scared I am to try and let her in. Perhaps she has shown me her galaxies in bits and pieces of her everything. Her good night text with those little Japanese smile emoji. The way she speaks to me, the way she puts her head on my chest, as if she trusts me already. Maybe while I'm sitting here, scared of loving her, she already has a constellation named after me. I looked up to where Auriga shines. Her breath feels warm on my chest. I hope I have enough time to learn everything there is to know about her. So one day, I'll know every little thing about her until her sky map is etched into my heart. And if Capella ever falls, I hope that maybe I can use my one wish to replace Capella with a star named after her, and have her stay there, in the margin of my starry night. Well, frankly, I liked that way better than Freya's stories, because Freya's stories were always kind of weird. I agree with that, Ghost. I feel like it's a bit of a poem slash short story about overthinking. Now let's see what Tomodachi has for us. No new friends or anything, but we have some new stories. Good morning, he says. Aw, he is kind of cute. Give that a like. Post from Rachel. Is your dream coming true? Mine might. Give that a like. He's more famous than me, too. He's apparently more famous than Rachel. Because he's got, like, almost twice as many as she does. There's Riona Sheeran. Gridlock traffic on I-5 through downtown. Avoid if you must. I mean, that's basically what he did offer us in the first night. He wanted to make a post and tag the location about it. Like, tag the cafe's location in his story. But the cafe doesn't really have its own social media presence. Aqua has a day off for the first time in a while. I wonder if that means we'll see her. Not really. Because, It just seemed like it wasn't exactly the barista's wheelhouse. Probably for a reason. Yeah. Let's see what tonight holds for us. The weather seems better tonight. Hmm? Welcome. Oh, hey, look at it. He's back. What up, boy? Hiya. Hello, sir. Don't call him sir. Back so soon? Hell yeah! There's nothing you can do about it. Tonight is the night where everything is possible. You are so right, Ghost. Wouldn't have it any other way. Aw, good to know. I want to ruffle his hair. He just looks so cute. I'm pretty sure he's actually one of the ones that they made a makeshift plushie of. Because, like, they made makeshift plushies of a whole bunch of the characters, and I think he was one of them. Yeah, let me see. They have it on their, yeah, they have on the Steam page for this one, link to a merchandise interest check for, like, plushies and other stuff for characters for the future. And it looks like they've already made plushies of, Freya, of course. Gala, Hyde, Neil. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Lucas, Riona, and Aqua, apparently. And they were doing the interest check to, like, ask and see who else they would want to, you know, have in the future. So that's something to look out for. Because they might, like, re-release some of the really popular plushies if people say they want that in the interest poll. Or, like, make new ones based on other characters. Maybe they'll make a Myrtle one that can go with the Aqua one. Oh, of course, eBay's selling it mad expensive. Probably the only people who are selling it through unofficial means are, like, scalpers, probably. Or at least people who... $5K! Jesus Christ. Like, good for whoever can afford to buy that, but, like, I'm pretty sure that it's not that expensive. Like, when it's in stock. But I'm just a barista. I'm not a fucking merchandise sales person for a fucking company. Someone definitely a coffee fan for life. Yeah. Clearly. Is everything okay? Oh yeah. Kind of? Maybe? Okay, I knew it was a long shot, but low-key, was kind of hoping the lady from yesterday would be here again. Okay, I'm trying to give him a dude bro voice, but it comes in like a little gravelly sometimes. And it's really making my throat do fucky things. I don't think he has a crush on her per se. So this guy and the girl he's referencing, they are both new characters. They were both in here yesterday for the first time. She's a banshee and she wants to become like a soprano singer, like in opera and stuff. And he was, in his own way, trying to like help her, like, branch out and try to be successful in his way, which is the like social media influencer type deal. She was not a fan of that. Raccoon Cupid is here. Okay, Raccoon Cupid. I think we may need your services later. Maybe not right now, though. Because, like, the way he said what he said, like, in his offer to help her, she did not like it and got kind of offended. Which, fair. Like I said, the way he went about it was, not great. So maybe he wants to apologize or something. High key? Low key, high key. Oh. You're my first customer today. I can see that! I know it's silly. I mean, what are the chances, right? I just want to apologize properly, I think. I'm still not sure what came over me. Oh, you enjoy your coffee, You enjoy your coffee, Raccoon Cupid. Yeah, I love the emojis too. They were actually drawn up by our good friend Nova here. Yes, love Nova, big fan. Their art is so great. And we learned yesterday in game that Freya's on a research trip for her next book. So we're probably not going to see her very much, if at all, throughout the course of this game. So I said, fear not, thanks to your art, her Pog will live on. Oh boy, okay. Oh my god. Oh, I love that. That is quite delightful. I very much like that, Nova. No idea what I'm gonna call it. I don't have a Discord server. It's a lot of work. And that's honestly not work I really want to put in just yet. Like, more often than not, most of the people that I'm connected with are actually in, the Desk Agents Discord. Yeah, we might... I will keep you in mind if I do end up deciding to do it, Ghost. Like I said, it's just one of those things that's just another fucking thing to think about and deal with. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Nova. A lot of the people that I'm, like, connected with through various ways, I'm connected with through Desk's server. Oh, excuse me, I'm doing a burp. Because let's be real, if it were not for Desk, I probably would not have the reach that I currently do. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. Just make sure you read the rules and everything. Hang on. Let me see. Lucas can sit here and have a laugh for a few minutes. There we go. It would help if I would actually go where I want to go. Consarn it. I'm having a heck of a time. No, so mind if I shut up and grab it. Go right ahead, Nova, please, by all means, do that. I mean, it's your art. Feel free to show it off. I will probably have to drop it in the chat later just because I am live and it's giving me a hard time. Oh shoot, I did not mean to do that. We're doing great. We're having a grand old freaking time. Yeah, anyway, yeah, Lucas is just laughing at me. 30-year-old lady doesn't know how to use Discord and accidentally joins a voice call when she's trying to do things. But never mind for now. That's not the only reason I'm here anyway. Yeah, I only just turned 30 like about a week and a half ago. But dang, barista, this place is really empty, huh? Well, I mean, I probably just opened. Right now? Yeah, that's about right. The regulars typically show up around 2 or 3 hours from now. Yes, Gavin, please go get settled in. Go get comfy. You go get some good eep. I mean, as of about 2 weeks ago, you would not have been wrong, Ghost. You have a good night, Gavin. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, Pops too? You mean Officer Georgie? Yep, he's a regular, right? Right. Not every day, but he does come in around that time as well. I see. Then wouldn't it be better to open a few hours later? But you're here now. True. But new customers tend to drop by around this time. Ha! You got me there. Either way, works out for me. So I'm here to do some work. Oh? I might be on hiatus, but I still gotta post a bunch of stuff. So I got some editing to do. If you need a power outlet, there's one near the wall under the table. Sweet, thanks. However, there's no Wi-Fi here. What? What is this, the Ice Age? Maybe that's why this place is so empty. Maybe. I'm joking. At least your brand game is on point here. Maybe Lucas is... Yeah, it could be. Maybe Lucas is the new Freya. Not that he could replace her, but he's just going to be the one. He's here almost every single day. Could be. That very well could be it. I mean, I'm not necessarily complaining about that. I would not mind that. He seems like a good kid. Brand game? I mean, this place is called Coffee Talk, right? So I thought you'd say something like, we're all about talking, not surfing. Or something like that. Honestly, I never thought about it that way. But that sounds legit. Sure, why not? In that case, you could transfer the tagline royalties to the link in my bio. Aw, man. The licensing fee is free, since you're so cool. So cool. So cool. So cool. Oh, you know what's not cool? This is my last can of seltzer. Oh well. Thanks? Joking! Anyway, guess I better get a move on over there, huh? Coffee Talk sounds like a podcast, drinking coffee and talking. It really does! Though I feel like that would be copyright infringement if somebody, tried to do that now. There we go. Now I'm ready to place my order. And I'm ready to take your order. What would you like to have tonight? Gotta stay fresh and awake. So maybe a cafe latte? Oh no, wait. Can you make me a custom drink? Like a cafe latte with lots of honey? I mean, a lot of honey. No, it's an old, relatively old meme. I don't know if it was a meme before that, but it was... I know it as being from an Undertale meme where Sans is just scrolling through his phone. And he's just saying, so cool, so cool, so cool, so cool. Till Papyrus comes in and starts yelling at him, Sans! Sans! While Sans is still going, so cool, in the background. And he finally ends it with, shut the fuck up, Sans! Like, a whole beehive of it. Well, I remember tasting more honey than milk. So might as well. Can you try making that for me? I'll do my best. Great! A cafe latte with lots of honey, please. I think that might be one of the emotes you can unlock when you're part of a hype train, Ghost. If I'm correct. Okay, so he wants a cafe latte with lots of honey. Which is probably literally just coffee, honey, and milk. Because he says he tasted the honey more than he tasted the milk. It would help if I did not accidentally click on the lemon. Yeah, lots of times there's certain emotes you can only get from being part of hype trains on certain people's... Well, not certain people's channels, but like being part of a hype train in general. I guess it's also Twitch's way of trying to promote people getting involved. Yeah, an old Twitch account had a lot of badges. Oh no, it got hacked. Oh, I hate it when that shit happens. So this is called Bein' Buzzy. We can actually make latte art on it. I'm not sure if I want to. The thing that was on it already looked nice. Well, I'm sorry that your old account got hacked, but hopefully your new one you can at least have a decent amount of stuff on it that you used to have. Ooh, hi Zoe. We're still at it. I'm still attempting to badly make latte art. It probably looked better with the preview beforehand. Oh, it absolutely did. Trash it! Yeah, let's just give it to him as it was, because the default drink looked, Yeah, this looks way better than anything I was trying to do. Serve it! You just smashed? Good for you. Here you go. Lots of honey. Thanks! Yeah, he's still here. Or I guess he's here again. Had all the TwitchCon badges, only went the one from last year, but one of your friends went to each one from each year and used your account so you could collect a lot of badges. Ah, gotcha. Hi, you were playing Smash? Well, hopefully you had a good time. Hopefully it helped take your mind off the potato theft. Or at least get out some of your aggression about the potato theft. You even made it look so fancy! Oh, is that why he was yelling in the other room? I was wondering what the fuck was going on out there. Like, the way he kept yelling and screaming, I kind of thought he was playing Dead by Daylight, actually. You can't believe you won? I mean, good for you. From what I've heard between the two of you, it's a pretty close, Excuse me. It's a pretty close competition. Good for you, though. I'm sure I'll get to hear all about it from him later, too. Now, time to give this a try. Cheers! How is it? Oh, thank you, Ghost. Super! This is exactly how I remembered it. I'm glad it's to your taste. Actually, it's not. This is too sweet, even for me. But it's something I drank a lot back in the day. Gives you lots of energy when you got nothing else to eat. Huh. What is it? So you had them in place of meals? Well, now that we made it, we've also unlocked the recipe. An energizing companion during those late night working hours. I mean, I got a bunch of honey. Maybe I'll have to try that sometime. Oh man, I don't know if I still love it. It's been a while since I watched it, but I loved the shit out of Over the Hedge. Oh, we at least got his basic bio information. His birthday is December 3rd. He's the actual fun police, social media connoisseur, and business inquiries at that link. Good for him. Management has started improving since HRT. Well, that's good, Zoe. Yeah, Over the Hedge had a whole bunch of different animals. There was, like, turtle, a couple of possums, a skunk voiced by Wanda Sykes. That one, very energetic squirrel. Yeah, RJ the raccoon. The whole movie was a fucking trip. Yes, hello, raccoon. I got you a little snack. Little coffee cake. I'm sorry it ain't no Spuddies, but it's something. Yeah, Megamind was absolutely one of my frickin' favorites. Did not help that most of the movie was like 80s rock music, which was the kind of shit I grew up with. Because that was all my mom would ever play. So, an animated movie with, like, yeah, Megamind. With, like, AC/DC and stuff like that. Freaking awesome. I have not dared to look at whatever they've done with, like, the sequel or whatever it is. Mostly because I just don't have time. Yeah, exactly. I am in the same boat, Ghost. It's a very good mood pickup kind of movie. Along with The Princess Bride. That's one that is both mine and my partner's one of our favorites. We actually just rewatched it again a little bit ago. So you said, you said Lucas looks like that guy who would have an OnlyFans, and Zoe says that Lucas would have a subscription from them. I'm sorry, Zoe. Your pronouns are she, her? I'm sure you've told me before, but I just want to make sure before I make an assumption. The human mouth is called a pie hole. The human being is called a couch potato. The thing is, he's not wrong. Like, whether we acknowledge it or not, the human society is based entirely around food. Like, whether we want to admit it or not. Kind of, yeah. I didn't have a lot of spare cash back then. Oh, mood. Enough is never enough. It's not the same, but now I really want some fucking Pringles. Didn't have a lot of spare cash back then. Heck, I couch surfed a lot. Until eventually I moved into my old group's house. But anyway, yeah. Sure takes me back. What is it? I was thinking that maybe that's the reason you can't handle coffee anymore. You think? Yeah. As much as I love coffee, drinking it to replace meals isn't exactly really recommended. Even with lots of honey? Even with lots of honey. And milk. Milk too? It all turns into acid in your stomach. Oh. So not great if that was all you had. Right. That makes too much sense. What a bummer. Sorry. No. You just solved one of my life's biggest mysteries, probably. So thanks for that. As long as it helps. Now I can't look at Bee and Buzzy the same way ever again. Hello there. Yeah, right, that. You see, Vern, I used to have all that. My own place, surrounded by loved ones, universal remote. But all that went away with the weed whacker incident. Oh man, I wonder who's coming in. Let's go, lesbians, let's go! Aqua did say she had a day off today, so it's I'm pleasantly surprised to find that I was right. So now we probably have yep. Oh, Myrtle finally changed her profile picture. Oh, bye, RJ. They both look so cute in their profile pictures, though. Let's see how it is. I said, what a nice surprise. Long time no see, you two. Hi, Barista. It's been a while. How have you been? We were in the area, so we thought we'd stop by. I'm glad you did. Right. It's not like you were trying to change the subject or anything. Look, Aqua. All I want is for you to reread their terms carefully. And I just want to know if you'll still help me if I accept. I mean, it's all just hypothetical anyway, right? The way you're talking about it doesn't reflect that. And it really bothers me. Okay, I admit it. Maybe I got a bit too excited about it. But putting that aside, I just want to know if you're in this with me or not. Because I'm really feeling it this time, Myrtle. I really want this game to be out there. Although we're not even halfway done with it yet. And about the terms, I mean, who knows, Myrtle? Maybe those are just what I need. To motivate me to work harder. And we can complete it. Motivate you, you say? Ha! That's just pure recklessness. You know that. Aqua, I know you're not. Look, let's just give it a rest for now. Okay? Okay. The girls are fighting. Ahem. Oh, hey, Barista. Hello. Sorry you had to see that. No, it's fine. We were in the middle of something. I can see that. Sorry for the hassle. It's really, really fine. Honestly, I'm just glad you're both here. After such a long while. Oh, thanks, Ghost. I try. I try to give everybody their own little extra something. Like, especially with, Can you be Aqua? Like, how do you mean, Ghost? So can I get you anything to drink? Yes, just give me a moment. Take your time. How about you, Miss Myrtle? I'll have a spiced milk tea. Spiced in what way? Some cinnamon would be good. Or whatever you think is better. Okay. I'll have one spiced milk tea. So that's probably gonna be, cinnamon. That sounds like a good one. And if I remember correctly, there was probably a drink that was... I feel like there was a drink that was this before. I think it was some kind of chai or something. Yeah, this one, the Shia Denny. Serve it! One Shia Denny sashaying in. Thanks! Enjoy. How is it? Good. I think you nailed it. Yeah, glad to hear that. Ugh. Did you say Shia Denny? Yes. Put a little cardamom and other spices in it. Okay, so we unlocked that recipe, so that's in there now. Going to sleep, sadly. Need to wake up early tomorrow. Thank you for the stream. It was very awesome, and voice is good, on point with their personality, so thank you. Well, thank you, Ghost. I do appreciate that. I hope you can get some rest. And if you really want to, you know, check back on it, I will be posting the VOD up on YouTube. It'll probably be ready by the morning. Your raccoon can say what? Yes. Yes. I love how Myrtle's profile has not changed at all in the last 3 years. So it lives up to the spiced part, at least. I see. I suppose you tried it because of the documentary I told you about the other day? Yeah. Watched it yesterday while pulling an all-nighter. It sounded interesting, but I couldn't remember the name. I guess I'm ready to order too. Certainly. What'll it be? I see you have new tea selections on the shelves. Are those butterfly pea flowers I see? Yes, good eye. I've had them before. Pretty often, actually. Especially in the office. How do you like it prepared, usually? I like it best when brewed with a lot of mint. Oh, this is probably the thing that showed up on the, in-between screen there. Could you make it that way for me? Sure thing. Then I'll have a blue pea tea with lots of mint, please. This coffee is lovely, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Well, thank you, RJ. Now you and Ghost, you go have a good night. Get all settled in and comfy. Oh, there he goes. Take care. Good night. Okay, so she wants a blue pea tea with lots of mint. That ought to do it. Yeah, there it is. Aqua's Tranquility. Serve it! One specialty. Coming right up. Oh, there they go. Thank you. Looks nice, doesn't it? I was going to comment on that. The color reminds me of the sea. Yes! How is it? It's really good. Probably have the recipe for that now, too. Yep. And probably got something more from her. And that's the same as the first game, too. I'm happy you like it. Oh, pardon me. Having a phlegm. When I feel very anxious, I often make this tea. So you basically drink it all the time? But usually I put a little sugar and lemon salt in it too. Really? Salt? Yes. So what's next? You're gonna try that salted butter tea, too?
I thought you were the one who was going to try it, Myrtle.
As if. I couldn't even begin to imagine how that would taste. Though I wonder how different that'd be from using plain cream. I have heard that before, people using, like, butter in their coffee instead of, like, creamer and stuff, because probably something about the fat ratio and distribution and stuff is different. If I remember correctly. Still, no on the salt.
I told Myrtle about a documentary on hot drinks around the world the other day. They had a lot of strange recipes. You should try watching it too, Barista. Who knows? It might inspire you to make some new drinks.
Sure, sounds interesting enough. What's the documentary called?
Overflowing Warmth, Comforting Beverages Around the World. The name sounds plain, but the content can be a bit unique. But it's got plenty of normal drinks, too.
I'll check it out later. Thanks, Miss Aqua.
You're welcome. And now I'm ready to tackle the night.
Work's piling up?
Yes, but it's fine, really. I just need to free up some time so I can work further on my game.
Your game? Oh! The one that got showcased at Gax? Something? Is it Gaxpo? Is it Gaxpo?
Right, Gaxpo. That's the one.
Cool! I heard it's hard to get showcased there. So you must be really good.
Oh, no. I mean, I couldn't have done it without Myrtle's help here.
For real? You got like an insider entrance or something? Oops. Sorry for butting in. One of my crew members is super into gaming, so I hear about it all the time. Anyhow, don't mind me. Please, continue. She got interest from one of her favorite publishers. Is that so?
Yes. At Gaxpo, one of their reps came to my booth on the day when Myrtle couldn't make it.
I had to stay behind in the hotel to fix a mess in my company's files.
Yes, it was too bad. I was really nervous on my own. Anyway, the rep and I talked about my game a bit. They seemed interested, and there was talk about publishing my game.
Ah.
At the time, I thought they were just being nice. But they actually emailed me a draft of their contract last week.
That sounds like great news. Am I wrong?
Well, I was ecstatic at the time. They are one of my favorite publishers after all.
Right.
But not to break the non-disclosure agreement or anything. The terms weren't too great.
So you do get it. And by the way, you haven't signed any NDA yet, so you're not bound to anything.
That's true. But I still want to act in good faith.
What for? Their terms were the furthest thing from acting in good faith. If I may ask, what terms are we talking about here? I'm sorry, I'm just a bit lost.
Right, sorry about that.
To sum it up, they're going to invest in the game and cover all the necessary expenses. They'll do the marketing, promotion, distribution, and all that. Okay.
But if I'm unable to meet the deadline or refuse to adhere to their requests for changes, or breach any of the stated agreements in the contract, many of which are rather questionable, I must return all of their money regardless of my progress on the game.
What? And it won't be cheap at all, mind you. I can only imagine.
If I fail to do so, they'll have full ownership of the game.
I don't know what to say. That can't be right. Can it? So what if they are the ones who breached the contract?
I get to keep my game.
Okay. That's it?
Oh, no, that's not all. I'll have to return any of the unused investments either. Any of the Yeah. I'll have to return any of the unused investments too.
What? That's what I said. Pardon me, but are they for real? I said that too.
There's still plenty more, but
It's alright. I think I got the gist of it.
when I first read it, I thought, maybe the terms are this way because it's still a draft.
I suppose, yes.
I also thought maybe it was something that could still be worked out and discussed. That is, until I asked Myrtle for advice.
I see. It's a trash contract, Aqua.
I know, I get it, but it's just, I kept thinking, what if this is how all the contracts are? What if this is the best I could get?
It's probably not, girl. They're probably banking on you not having that kind of knowledge. Like, they're probably expecting you to be, not to put too fine a point on it, naive. It's not, though.
But what if? Will you still help me, Myrtle, or not?
Is that really what's important here? Right now? Come on, Aqua. I know you're not this dense.
It would be nice if you heard what I'm actually saying and not what you think I'm saying.
What do you mean by that?
Sorry, just a second. Oh, I think I better go. I have to help prepare a report for a presentation tomorrow.
All right. Are you going to be okay?
Yes, I think so.
I am inclined to agree with that, Nova.
How about you, Myrtle?
I think I'll stay for a bit.
Oh, okay. Then I'll see you around, Barista.
Bye, Miss Aqua. Safe trip home. Are you all right? Yeah. I just got so frustrated when she kept asking me hypothetical questions.
Hypothetical questions? Such as?
She asked if I'd still be willing to help should she accept something like this in the future. What kind of question even is that? It's as if she doesn't trust me. Or anything I say, for that matter. I don't think it's because she doesn't trust you or your expertise. From her perspective, everything feels like a potential chance. So to be faced with a questionable contract like that, from her favorite publisher, no less, she may very well be just feeling a little shaken up. That's a good point. But I'm with her, right? She has nothing to worry about. Even so, she may still worry. If she's that worried, why don't you just say something like, Of course I'll help, but only if the terms aren't so crappy. That should do it, right? Unless you did and she's not convinced, then I don't know. I thought, if I tell her that, and she decides to go ahead with it anyway, I know for a fact I won't be able to refuse her at that point. Oh. I see. Besides, we already agreed from the start to only work on the game when we have the time, so basically you're not sure if you want to commit. What are you talking about? Of course it's not that. Things change when you start involving money in anything. Well, can't really argue with that. I know how some of these companies work. They're looking for ideas from the small guys. Find a way to pluck things they want from the project, then trash the rest. No respect for the effort whatsoever. That publisher may be one of her favorites, but that doesn't mean they're a good company. Especially with that garbage contract. Really shows what they truly are. Right. I really like working with her on the game. I honestly do. I love hearing what she wants to tell with her game. But we're also not bound by some brand company rules or anything. So brainstorming ways to incorporate our ideas into the game is interesting and more enjoyable. A good change from what I do during the day as a game designer. Right. I just want her to understand that I'm just worried about her. All valid reasons. Yeah, Barista is right. Though I wonder, did you say any of that to your pal at all? What? Why would I do that? Why would you not do that? Not to be creepy or anything, but when I overheard you guys, it's creepy. Right, sorry. So, me being creepy aside, obviously you thought a lot about this. But like, if all you talked about was how dumb the contract was, and not any of what you just said? Whew! If I were in her position, I'd feel pretty bummed too. Cause I'd be wondering if my partner still had my back, you know? Like if they even care at all. Cause sounds like the project is her baby. Just like you said, work and relationships don't mix well. So it wouldn't be too far out if she worries about all the same stuff you do. Right? Now, having said that, I feel even more like an ass about what happened yesterday. Hindsight really is 20/20, huh? I guess it could come off that way. I just thought it would be a given she'd understand where I'm coming from. Maybe I'm taking things for granted. It's me who didn't trust her. And I just didn't want things to change. Embarrassing. Some friend I am, huh? Well, that's a word for it. That is definitely a word for it. No, it is a mind reader. Do not assume they can understand you. Exactly, Nova. I'm leaving. Alright. I hope everything will turn out well. We'll see. Have a safe journey home. Yep. Goodbye. Oh, bye! Ugh. What a night. And I didn't get anything done at all. That's too bad. Is that like a regular occurrence here or something? Not them specifically, just like, in general. Well... You seem used to this. So the answer is definitely yes, right? Not all the time. Not often enough. Cool. So that's the real reason why this place is called Coffee Talk, huh? You make people talk. I do? Well, feels like this whole place does. Heck, even I talk about myself a lot more than usual. Which is kinda weird. But also weirdly cathartic? I'll take that as a compliment, I think. You should! It's a feature. I reckon there's more benefit from talking things out without having to get smashed first. More embarrassing to remember, sure. But great for self-reflection. Good point. Anyhow, before I forget, could you hold on to something for me? Huh? A fidget spinner with a social media handle printed on its back. A fidget spinner? My old business card! If the lady from yesterday comes again, could you give that to her? You mean Miss Riona? Yes, Riona. I mean, I owe her an apology, you know? And I couldn't find her online with just her first name. If that's even her real name. I thought maybe you could pass along my info to her so she can DM me. Also, in this form, it's less likely to get thrown out, right? Right? It really depends on the person. Personal contact info. Oh, God, okay. An influencer's contact info for a certain someone. Do you think she'll throw it away? Honestly, I can't really say. Oh, now you're making me nervous! Can you give it back? I might need it right now. Sure. No, it's fine. Keep it. I need to keep my resolve. How about writing down your email instead? It will feel a bit more personal that way. You think so? I thought she'd be more comfortable about contacting me if it's less personal. That's why I figure her DMing me would be better. Then again... Nah, you're right. A direct line would be better here. But what if she throws it away? At least you'll have sincerely tried. True that. Alright. I'll trust your judgment, Barista. A piece of paper with Lucas's Tomodachi username and phone number written on it. An influencer's contact info for a certain someone. In that case, could you please give it to her when the time seems right? If she even comes back, that is. I'll see what I can do. Alright, sweet. Thanks, Barista. You're the best. Aw, man. I better go before the rain gets worse. See you around, Barista. Don't work too hard, okay? Thanks. Safe trip. Take care. Whew. What a day. Bitter heart, shadows that will help you try to hide. Yeah, I remember that was one of the drinks from last time, too. Well, on that note, that, my friends, is where we're gonna call it for tonight. We will pick back up again with Coffee Talk episode 2 at another point. Oh, get out of here. I don't want to look at the fucking... I don't want to look at the headlines. There we go. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for coming out and joining us at the cafe. I hope you had a wonderful, relaxing evening, as much as you can when I'm sitting here doing my freaking guttural metal screams in your ears. Oh. I mean, it did help me warm up a little for Myrtle's voice anyway. Freaking 2-pack-a-day smoker, even though she doesn't smoke, probably. Well, thank you for joining us today. We were very glad to have you here. Cafe is always open for anybody who just wants to come and hang out, no matter what we are doing. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see. Is there anybody that we could go say hi to? Anybody we could go raid into? You too, Zoe. I hope you have a good night. Hopefully you're feeling less hungry now that your steak has had a little more time to settle. I mean, I can only hope so, but who knows? I certainly don't. I'm just a barista, not a freaking hunger person. Let's see. This is the problem with streaming this late, is there are not a lot of people who are on that I know of. You just drank the blood of your enemies? That's good. I feel like we need to have a command similar to when Desk says I hate it here for every time you say, I don't know, I'm just a barista. That would be funny. If I figure out how to set that up, we'll have to do that. We'll give it a starting amount of like 50. That might be overshooting it a little bit, but still pretty accurate. Let me see. Well, it looks like she is currently still live and still doing her subathon, as far as I can tell. So let's go check out. The enemies were 2 lemons, 1 glass of water, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. That's fair. You showed that water and those lemons and such. Who's boss? And I love that for you. Alright, so we are gonna go hop in and say, you made lemonade. You combined all your enemies into one enemy to destroy. I love that for you. Yeah, so we're gonna go raid out to our buddy Penelope. Right now she's playing Dead by Daylight. Still working on her subathon. Don't know how much longer she'll actually be up and going, but we can always drop in and say hello. Give her some good old cafe love. Give her just a solid little freaking cafe raid. Just something quick and easy like that. So I do not plan on streaming for the next few days. If we're following the usual, like, Monday to Thursday kind of deal, we will be back at it probably Monday evening or Monday during the day at some point. I have yet to decide. But when I figure it out, I will post about it on my socials. And what we'll do is we'll probably continue Coffee Talk episode 2, except on Wednesday, where we will be continuing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. But until then, get some rest, get some good food and drink, and y'all have a good night. Bye!